Today Baba tells us that just like you do not chase away the darkness, but as soon as you switch the switch of the light, then the darkness is gone. Similarly, Baba says that awareness is like a switch, and Baba in Hindi it is called Smriti ka switch, the switch of awareness. And the moment you switch it on, what awareness do you switch on? The awareness of Baba. So just bring Baba into your awareness. Just like, you bring all the things that disturb you. How do they disturb you? You bring them into your awareness, right? And because they are out there, and you bring them inside into your awareness, and then they start affecting you. Similarly, Baba says that Baba is my reality right now. Baba is the one who has come for me, and I'm playing my part with Baba. This Sangam Yuga is my part with Baba. This Sangam Yuga is my life with Baba, my time with Baba. The only time in the whole cycle when I have the company of Baba. And Baba says that since you cannot see me with the two eyes, just bring me into your awareness. And as soon as you switch on that switch of awareness, when you bring Baba into your awareness, then Baba's knowledge, Baba's drishti, Baba's attitude, Baba's directions, they start coming to your awareness. And when you bring Baba to your awareness, then coming to the awareness of your own incorporeal form is not difficult, because the one who is a point of light, the one who is incorporeal is my Baba. And as soon as I remember my Father who is bodiless, I also become bodiless. I also come to that state of bodilessness. And Baba says that you want to, instead of struggling with creating that state of bodilessness for yourself, we could just switch on the awareness that my Baba is bodiless. You bring Baba into your awareness and Baba is bodiless. And then who is that one who is in your awareness? Your Father. So as is my Father, so am I. So Baba is without a body, I am also without a body. And then every quality of Baba, I am made in the image of Baba. So each and every quality that Baba has, I too have. So my Baba is the ocean of peace, and I am also an ocean of peace, a master ocean of peace. Now you see, do you bring Baba into your awareness clearly? Because you see that bringing Baba into your awareness is like painting a picture. Yes? How is a picture painted? You have an idea in your mind, in your intellect, and then you put it down on paper or canvas, and that is how you create a picture. Now, Baba has given us all the knowledge about what is his form, what are his qualities, but then I have to put all of that together. and create a visual. Yes, because I have the knowledge. So if I tell you there's a room and that room has a cupboard, a fridge, a bed, it has some lamps, it has a fan, but then you have to put all of that together and set it in a way that you're able to create an image of the room. Similarly, when we get knowledge, through knowledge, I know that Baba is a point of light. Baba is the ocean of knowledge, peace, purity, love, happiness, bliss, power. I know that Baba is my father, mother, teacher, guide, Baba is my Satguru. And I understand he lives in the soul world and he comes here in Sangam Yoga and plays his part. But I have to put all of that together when you bring Baba into your awareness, you have to put all of that knowledge together and create a visual to experience it. And if you just took very simple 1 or 2 points, like Baba is a point and Baba is an ocean of peace. So can you visualize a point that is also an ocean? So you see, it's so interesting that Baba is just a point, and then in that point there is a whole ocean. And just like you have those things which are very big, but you can compress them in a packet, small packet. So Baba is just a point, but then the whole ocean of peace is contained in Baba. And can you feel, can you actually, through your intellect, can you feel what the ocean of peace feels like? When we go and we see the ocean of water, that ocean of water overwhelms us. An ocean is a very overwhelming entity. And so just think about, a point of light who is an ocean of peace. And when you just churn on this and you start thinking about it, you experience who Baba really is. And then do you understand that he's not just an ocean of peace, he's an ocean of peace plus an ocean of purity plus an ocean of love plus an ocean of happiness. And then that power that Baba contains has, when it touches me, it has the quality of purifying me. So just like Baba has, when you think about Baba, you experience Baba, but also when you make contact with Baba, then that contact purifies you. So when I sit in meditation and I make contact with Baba, then just like when water touches the surface, it cleans it. So Baba has that quality of cleaning me, and Baba is the purifier, Baba is the healer, Baba is the energizer. So these are the qualities of Baba. So when you emerge these aspects of Baba in your awareness and you really understand Baba, experience Baba, and then allow Baba to touch you, or you come in contact with Baba. So first is I see Baba, then I see myself as Baba's child, and then I don't see myself as I think I am in this body conscious world. But as soon as I bring Baba into my awareness, I start seeing myself through Baba's drishti. And when I see myself through Baba's drishti, I am like this valuable jewel, valuable bodiless jewel, which is a master ocean in every quality that Baba has. And then I allow, so when I see Baba as he is through so Baba has given us the knowledge, but I have to use my intellect to put that knowledge together and create an experience. So creating an experience through understanding is something that you have to make effort for, something that you have to do. That's work. That work has to be done. And then when that work is done, then you start seeing yourself made in Baba's image, because I am Baba's child and I'm just like Baba. So when I experience Baba, only then can I experience myself. You need a mirror to see the body, right? You need your reflection. You don't see yourself, you see your reflection. So whose reflection am I? Baba's. So I have to see Baba so that I can see myself. I cannot see myself without seeing Baba. In the whole world, you see, why we can't see ourselves is basically for one little reason, that I don't have a reference point for myself. I have a reference point for the body. So my Lokik parents are my physical reference. I have a reference point for my sanskars, because I think that, the sanskars of the parent are my sanskars. But I don't have a reference for who I really am. I don't have a reference for my original sanskars. And that is why I'm not able to see myself until I meet Baba. And when I see Baba, I see myself. And then when I see myself, and then when I make contact, because in order for Baba's, in order for I to connect with Baba, I have to be in my original awareness. So, first I see Baba, then I see myself as I am, and then there is a connection. Because the soul, in soul consciousness, connects with Baba. And then the energy flows, and then I have to have the knowledge. So Baba has given me the knowledge that the light and might that comes from Baba, it heals me, purifies me, recharges me, and it brings me back to my fullest potential. So one is I see my form and quality, and then when I start drawing in the light and might from Baba, I experience the power that I am. I experience my highest potential. And that is what Baba says you have to do in yoga. And Baba says that don't struggle with, in the world people are struggling to drive out anger and ego and criticism and complaint, but it doesn't work like that. You cannot push the darkness away. The darkness doesn't go like that. So the only method is to switch on the light, and Baba teaches us how to switch on the light of awareness. First the light of awareness of Baba, then me as Baba's child, and then drawing the light and might to come to my full state of light. So this is something that Baba tells me. And then Baba says that, when you're speaking the truth, then, so you see, you did not do anything wrong, right? You are saying the truth, you did what's right, but that's not enough. What makes it enough is you do not lose your divinity in the pursuit of proving the truth. So, first you stay truthful, you do what's right. Second is you speak the truth. But if you do the right thing, you speak the truth, but you have this hunger that people must accept my truth, then in order to prove that you're right, in that desperation to prove that you're right, you will lose your divinity. So Baba says, never lose your divinity. So you are true. So first thing is be true. Do not do anything against Srimad. Second thing is speak the truth. Always speak what Baba gives us the knowledge of. And then third thing is never lose your divinity. Even if you have to tolerate a lot, because when there is falsehood, false accusations, false talk, false blame, false everything, you need immense power to tolerate. And if you don't have the power to tolerate, then what happens is it makes you lose your divinity. Yes, so you have to stabilize yourself in your truth and just hold on to it and not lose your divinity in the face of other people not accepting your truth. And there's one Mata, and she just called me a few days back and she told me that my husband keeps saying that you're the ugliest woman on earth and you are not doing anything, and he keeps insulting me, and then he has multiple relationships outside, and then he says that if you were, if you had some metal in you, then I wouldn't be wondering like this. So it's all about you. You are wrong. You are you are not enough. You are not appropriate. And that is why he blames. So she was telling me he has an affair, and then he blames me for it, that I am not good looking and I am not eligible. That is why he is wandering outside. So she said, I feel like sometimes just showing him the mirror. And I said, have you not tried it? So she said, yes, I have tried, but I have failed. And then I asked her, what has that done to you? So she said, I feel miserable. I feel miserable hearing all that he says and all that he blames me for. So I said, this is the time, when you have to stop listening to that one which is telling you what is false and start listening to that one who is telling you what is true. So Baba tells me the truth. Baba says that, you're the most valuable jewel. You're God's child. Yes, and there is no bigger truth than that. But then you have to give up the, you have to give up the urge to make that and make other people understand that. So, you just hold on to your truth and hold on to your divinity. Do not lose your, sense of self. Do not lose your composure. Do not lose your, your sabhyata. Basically, whatever Baba teaches us, the way we should see, the way we should talk, the way we should conduct ourselves, do not lose that. And if you do not have the power to tolerate, the power to tolerate is a huge thing, and you build it with yoga. So the more you have yoga power, your power to tolerate develops. And then, whatever other people do or say shouldn't leave an imprint on you. It shouldn't, taint you. And that happens when there is the power to tolerate. And you have to tolerate everything and just be. You don't have to wait also. Sometimes people are waiting that one day, my truth will be revealed. No, you are true, you know who you are, and just stay with that. Do not lose your divinity. And then in the end, truth will be revealed. But that end could be very far away. So you do not have to lose patience, do not lose divinity. That is something that Baba teaches us. And, in this world. I remember there was one brother, and he shared a very good experience with me. He told me that, Didi, there was a neighbor of mine, and he was alleging me of, some property dispute they had. And that brother said that that neighbor of mine was, just leveling charges at the police station. And, he was just saying, this person grabbed this and did this, and he confiscated this, and he started calling out names to me. And then I was getting so irritated by all that name calling. I was just trying to correct him every time he would say something. And then, the police officer that was there, he told me one thing. He said, just remember, you are not defined by what he says. So even if he gives it in writing, you are not, even if somebody gives a whole thing in writing about you, that, this person is like this, that, or the other, still, you are innocent until proven guilty. So you just have that faith that you're right. Don't try to correct him. Don't try to convince him. And then he said, I learned that big lesson that day, that, anybody can say anything, do anything, have an opinion, and they are entitled to it. And I do not need to, be desperate that somebody should understand something, or I should prove something to somebody. And I should just stay in my truth. You hold your truth. And truth is reflected in divinity. If you become desperate, if you lose your cool, if you lose your divine behavior, then you're not truthful. So just maintain your dignity, maintain your divinity, and just know who you are and hold on to that until, the time comes, because the truth will be revealed at its own time. You cannot hasten things up and make the truth reveal itself. Even if you go to court, you have to wait until the judgment comes. It is not like, you go one day and then the next day you get a judgment. No. So this is something that's there. So you believe in yourself. That's the first thing. And then Baba says that if you don't want to be distressed by Maya, then just constantly be in the awareness that Baba is my father, teacher, and Satguru. And do you understand that in bhakti, for 2 yugas, we have been calling out, you are my father, teacher, Satguru, and singing praises, right? So you're my mother, father, teacher, Satguru. But at this time, practically, Baba is my father, teacher, Satguru. And do you understand that God is my father? And, in the world, the biggest, the most powerful relationship that you have is of the parent. Yes. And there are so many sayings about parents, right? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, or, like father, like son, and so many things, the parent the parent defines us. And then, people think that their limits are set by the parents. So if the parent is poor, then the child doesn't even dream of getting rich. So, if the parent is not disciplined, then the child cannot even think of being disciplined. So the parent and child relationship is very huge in the world. But Baba says, that is where all the mistake happens, because you think you are a body, and then you take the bodily parent to be your parent, and then you start imbibing and downloading all their limitations into yourself. And their diseases, their limitations, everything you start borrowing because you think you are a body and that's your parent. But Baba says, now you know that Shiv Baba is my parent, and Shiv Baba is here giving me the inheritance, and Baba's qualities, Baba's powers, and Baba's gift of heaven is my property. I am a child, I am an heir, and I have a right. So, do you churn about it? That every quality that Baba has, I too have it. I have a right to Baba's qualities, I have a right to Baba's powers, and I have a right to the inheritance of the world of heaven. And you see, if can you ever question a child in the Lokik world that what belongs to your father doesn't belong to you? Sometimes daughters are taught that. So, daughters are taught that whatever belongs to your parents doesn't belong to you. But sons are never taught that. And Baba says, every soul is a son, not a daughter. And every soul is Baba's child. And the child has a right to Baba's property. And nobody can tell me that, I cannot be knowledgeful because my Baba is the ocean of knowledge, so knowledge comes naturally to me. My Baba is the ocean of virtues, virtues are my original quality. So Baba says, do you have that intoxication in you that you belong, you are the child, you are the heir, you are the one who has all rights over Baba's property? And do you think about it? Because the whole difference, why Baba's children get number wise position from Satyug up to Treta Yuga is because the number is set by how much we churn on Baba's knowledge and how much we imbibe it. Because Baba has given us the knowledge that you are a soul, I am your parent, this is my property, this is your property. But then if you churn over it and stay in that intoxication, then you have that property. So it's all about how much you churn over it. How many times do you read the Murli? 3 times. So anybody who reads it 3 or more times, 4 times, right? So I think, in my experience, in the 4th or 5th reading, you start understanding what Baba is actually trying to say. And in the first 2 readings, you miss out most of the points. And then in the 3rd reading, you start building a connection, this point is connected to that, and overall picture what Baba is trying to give you. And fifth reading onwards, the 4th, 5th reading onwards, it starts to make sense to you. The Murli starts talking to you. So you see, churning on the Murli comes later. First is Manan. Do you remember what Baba told you? And then do you churn over it? And then, it becomes part of your Simran, which is, today Baba says Simran. Simran means it is part of your contemplation. You are in deep thinking mode about it. And then it becomes part of your awareness. So Baba says, just, remember all the points that Baba says about me being a child and Baba being the father. And then second, Baba says, I am practically your teacher. Yes, you come to school every day and study with me. I am not a teacher metaphorically or just, abstract in an abstract way. I am practically coming and teaching you. Had you ever thought you would take a notebook, pen and go to school every day and God would come and teach you? But that's what is happening. And Baba says, I am teaching you every day. I am speaking through the mouth and teaching you every little thing, every deep thing Baba is teaching me. And just think about, I'm learning from the highest on high teacher. And Baba says, look at this school, amazing school where children, youth, adults, old people, all are studying together. And Baba says that when old people come to the centers and somebody asks you, you tell them, I'm going to study. And, there was this one interesting thing, there was one Mata, Budi Mata, and she was in Pandab Bhavan, and she used to listen to Baba's Murli. And Baba's Murli has many English words, right? So, incorporeal, Baba would say, or incognito, he would say, or, he would say father, teacher. So this Mata, she was explaining Gyan to some tourist, and she started speaking these words. And then this tourist asked that Mata, where did you learn English? And the Mata said, English? I don't know English. So then the tourist said, this word is English. What you just spoke is English. So where did you learn that? So she said, oh, is this English? This is what my Baba says. So this is not English. This is Baba's word. So you see, then that tourist, he came to Pandavavan and he did the course because he was so fascinated by this Mata speaking English and not knowing that is English. So Baba says, you see, what does Baba not teach us? Baba teaches us everything about consciousness, thought, behavior, word, conduct, how to interact, how to do work, everything Baba teaches us. So Baba says that I teach you matters of the soul, matters of behavior, matters of the body, and you are the one studying from me, the Supreme Teacher. And this study is going to make you the King of Kings. So keep the wonderful teacher in your awareness. Keep this wonderful study in your awareness. Keep the benefit of the study in your awareness, and keep this school in your awareness. And when you keep that intoxication, there was this one brother, and he's in school, and Kumar, and he came and he told me the name of his school, and supposedly that is a big school in Delhi, right? But I didn't know its name. So I said, okay, you are in that school. And he was so upset that I didn't give him the expression that I should have given because he studies in such a big school. So he told me, you have no idea that my school is very big. So I said, no, I'm sorry, I didn't have an idea. So you see that child has so much intoxication that I study in a very big school. And Baba says, do you have that intoxication? And do you speak with that intoxication? So, when you study from such a great teacher and you study from the highest teacher, then do you speak the truth with that kind of confidence? Do you know who is teaching you? And do you pay attention to the study so much that you have to imbibe everything that Baba says? Because this study is going to make you the King of Kings. And then Baba says that Baba is my Satguru, and my Satguru has come to take me back. First purify me and then take me back. So Baba gives us the directions through which I will purify myself. Today Baba says that renounce the hunger for drinking poison and stop watching cinema because that's the door to hell. And Baba says, especially Kumaris, you have to save yourself from falling into hell. Others are already in hell, they have to come out. But Kumaris, they are going to fall in hell if they watch movies. And do you know, movies are the only thing that motivate you for relationships with bodily beings. So it is movies that tell you that, movies that make you attracted to relationship with bodily beings. And there was this one girl, she came some days back and she told me, all my life I observed that nobody around me who is in a marriage is happy. But then when my time came, I was so deceived by these movies that I got married. And she said that, if only we did not delude ourselves with the movies, we would know what marriage is and what it actually means. But, these movies, they set that trap. So Baba says, I am your Satguru, I am here to make you pure and take you back. So you have to follow all my directions which I give you so that you become pure. And you should have the intoxication that the Satguru is here to take me, so I have to become pure and go back. So, and if I have these three things in my awareness, that Baba is my Baba, teacher and Satguru, and the aim to go back, the aim to take the inheritance, the aim to take a big position, then my Swasthiti will be so powerful, my internal state will be so powerful that Maya will not be able to deceive me. Okay.